This video highlights the first 5 steps involved in starting your private practice. Step number 1, determine your logistics. While you may not choose to do a full business plan, it is important to determine a few key things with starting your private practice. Think about what services you will offer, how you will see clients, how clients will be able to contact you, and which business address you would like to use. You will also want to determine your business structure or business entity and determine if you want to use a business name. If you're unsure about which entity type is right for you, I'd recommend speaking to an accountant. At this stage, you can also think about your practice forms, your rates for services, process for scheduling clients, your process for charting and storing client files securely, or this is something that you can brainstorm later in the process. Step number 2, get an EIN. Next step is to obtain your EIN, which is the Employer Identification Number. The EIN is your federal tax identification number, and this is used to identify your business entity. You apply for free for the EIN on the IRS website, and you get it immediately. You will need to obtain your EIN before you set up a business bank account and before you apply to be an insurance provider. Step number 3, get your NPI. The NPI is required if you plan to become an insurance provider. The NPI, or National Provider Identifier, is a unique 10-digit ID for covered healthcare providers. There are 2 different types of NPIs. Type 1 is an individual NPI, and Type 2 is an organizational NPI. Depending on your business structure, you may need to get an NPI Type 2, like if you have an LLC, and an NPI Type 1 for you as an individual provider. Tip number 4, get professional liability insurance. Professional liability insurance is insurance that can protect you as a healthcare provider against claims initiated by clients for negligence. Liability insurance is required if you plan to become an insurance provider. When choosing your liability insurance, think about your scope of practice, the services you are going to provide, and the amount and type of coverage that you will need. Step number 5, complete any state-specific business paperwork. One of the last steps is to file any necessary business documents to register your business and your name with your Department of State, and also file any business documents with your Department of Revenue. You may need to also register for state tax and employer accounts if applicable, and obtain special permits and licenses for your business. In Pennsylvania, for example, one of the forms needed for a domestic limited liability company is a certificate of organization. This can be filed with the assistance of an attorney. Visit your Department of Revenue website and Department of State website for specific information. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have a question about starting a private practice, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.